screens here because my son is an IT guy, so I've got 4 feet of screens which I haven't a clue what to do with. Anyway, so I'm trying to figure it out. Can you see it now?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Commander Angelo, do you want to go over them, or Kim, or who wants to talk about these?
I can start off on this, and then Commander Angelo can clean up everything that I mess up, because that's usually what happens at my city job anyway. As you can see, some of the stats there, like I said in the meeting last night, from February to March, sometimes those numbers really look crazy. 30 days makes a huge difference. Sometimes can make a huge difference in those statistics. I'm going to talk about those murders in March here in just a minute. But the numbers over there on the right, where it says 2020 to 2021, the murder rate, that is an issue going on in all of Houston, all of Texas, and all of the United States. But you see the sexual assaults are down almost 60%. Robberies are up just a little bit. Aggravated assaults are down 8%. The violent crime for the total from 2020 to 2021 are down 7%. That's pretty impressive for West Houston, I think. And then the Part 1 nonviolent crimes are down 7%. Kudos to everyone that the burglaries are down 51% in Super Neighborhood 25. That's about half, man. That's pretty significant. The burglary buildings, we'll talk about those in a minute. Those are up. That's going to be a storage place. Burglary of motor vehicles, down 27%, but the theft from motor vehicles, they are down in Super Neighborhood 25. They're down about 4%. I'll tell you some of these stories now. In the 9600 block of West Sam Houston is one of those murders. It was a hotel. A John is what they're called, had gone over there to Bissonnette, had picked up one of the prostitutes along Bissonnette, took her to the hotel room, and murdered her over there. That was at 9600 West Sam Houston. At the 11200 block of Bissonnette, a complainant and his friend got into a fist fight, and it did not end well for one of the friends. He killed his buddy. I think he stabbed. Yeah, he did. He stabbed him numerous times in the face and the neck, and he killed him. So in both of those murders, the suspects were arrested. A murder that occurred in the 8400 block of Willcrest. They originally, when they first got out to the scene, they thought it was natural causes. A guy was found deceased in his car, but the medical examiner made the scene and determined he'd been shot. That case is still under investigation. The suspect that was killed had 10 prior convictions. That could help lead to a suspect as well, but that case is still open. And then one of the other murders that's on there, is it on? No, it's not on there. But I'll talk about this because it was in February, 7900 block of Willcrest. There were some folks hanging out behind a strip center there at 7900 Willcrest for unknown reasons. Verbal altercation led to a physical confrontation, and there was a person killed there. For the month of March, there were no sexual assaults. Very impressive. Some of the robberies that occurred, robberies were down 2.9%. One of the robberies that we all need to be concerned with in the 3000 block of West Sam Houston Parkway at the hotel there, some officers were just in there, just kind of checking things out, and found a suspect that matched the description that they were looking for going in and out of a hotel room. Ended up getting him as well as his friend. Smelled marijuana coming out of the room. Imagine that at 3000 West Sam Houston. And searched the room, found a gun, found some narcotics, charged both of those suspects. Kind of a big deal. Possession of a controlled substance with intent to deliver. And suspect number 2 was a felon in possession of a firearm and possession of a controlled substance with the intent to deliver. In the 6500 block of West Sam Houston Parkway, again, Westside Night Shift was out there doing some patrolling. In the 9300 block of Country Creek, they were just driving around checking out some of the apartment complexes. Observed a vehicle do a traffic violation. They tried to stop the vehicle. This vehicle took off. They caught some of the suspects, but not all of them. 2 guns were found inside the car. The driver was arrested for evading. One pastor was arrested for carrying a weapon, evading on foot. So that's a good thing there. Aggravated assaults were up 17%. But on those aggravated assaults, there were 13 arrests made in those aggravated assaults. Again, like I say every month, in those aggravated assaults are included domestic violence cases. As in this one, there were 19 family violence cases. 16 of those occurred at residential areas, 14 in an apartment complex, and 7 of them on the road. The commander may talk about some of the road rage incidents that are occurring. I was going to say in West Houston, but they're truly happening all over the place. Some of the arrests for the aggravated assault. This one was at 9800 block of Club Creek. The 9800 block of Club Creek, again, the gang division was out patrolling. They thought they saw a gang member, stopped the gang member. He had some city warrants. Upon further investigation, ended up having they found a pistol. They found a stolen car. The pistol, I guess he had gone to a gun range and I guess borrowed a gun. And when he borrowed the gun, he left with the gun. And so that was a recovered pistol there. 2 suspects ended up, 2 gang member suspects were arrested on that case. In Super Neighborhood 25, there were 13 burglaries of habitations. Again, that was down almost 32% decrease in those. Burglary of buildings, there were 38 burglary of buildings. It is a 26% decrease, but that seems to be a whole lot of burglary of buildings. 9 of those were rental storage areas. And like we talked about all the time, sometimes those suspects go in there and they can go down an entire row of storage areas. And so those numbers seem to be always greatly inflated because you break into one, you disappear in that one, and then you can run the whole building and nobody ever sees you. 5 were restaurants and 5 were daycares. And the lieutenant may know about the daycares, but why you would break into a daycare, I have no idea. That makes no sense to me. Burglary of motor vehicles and theft of motor vehicles. Remember, on the burglary of motor vehicles, we can prevent some of that from happening by putting away our briefcases, putting away our
Did we just lose Kim?
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay. Some of those theft from motor vehicles are going to be the catalytic converters, which that's a big problem. I think I saw yesterday or day before that's making the news again, which is very interesting. That's happening all over. It's happening all over the country. The catalytic converters, they get underneath your car. They use a Sawzall and they take it out very, very quickly. Most of the burglary of motor vehicles or theft from motor vehicles, of the 91, 32 of them were at apartment complexes. 6 of them were just parking lots. 4 of them are gas stations. And then strip centers, we go to, like if we go somewhere to eat, we all do it. I do it too. We leave our briefcase, we leave our purse, we leave a package inside. We go inside and eat. We think nothing's going to happen. And then we come out and we end up being one of those 91 statistics that happen there. The thefts, these are just simple thefts. Nobody was really injured. Nobody assaulted, nothing. We had 93 of those, which was an increase. 46 of those 93. So let's see, about half were shoplifting. And of those shopliftings, 25 were theft miscellaneous, 13 were theft from persons, 15 of those were department stores, 10 were drug stores. The homeless people like to go into those drug stores and steal things. 10 were at apartment complexes, 9 at residence, 8 at grocery stores and gas stations. Again, those are going to be shoplifters. Some more kudos to West Side Patrol out there in the 10900 block of Village Bend, Wilcrest, and Beechnut. Officers conducted a felony traffic stop out there, found another handgun. We're doing a really good job out there of getting some of those handguns off the street. Got the suspect for felony in possession of a weapon. He also had a warrant for his arrest for drugs. He had a misdemeanor arrest. He had a passenger in the car with him who also had a warrant for his arrest. So a whole lot going on in that car. 2 suspects arrested there. 97 grams of crystal, 1 gram of Xanax, 2.5 grams of marijuana, 1 gram of an unknown substance, and we got a gun off the street. And then the last kudos For this month for West Side, again, night shift, got a stolen vehicle, did a high risk stop, charged the driver with UUMV for stealing the car. Also got him for a weapon. The passenger, I guess they all like to ride together down there in Alief. But he was also charged with carrying a weapon and also had some dangerous drugs on him, but the DA's office refused the charge on the dangerous drugs. So again, got another handgun off the street. So Westside did a great job in Super Neighborhood 25 of getting several handguns off the street. And that's all I have for now. And then Commander or Lieutenant, it's all you.
Hey, thanks, Tim. I'll just be very brief in the interest of time. I just want to do a quick follow-up on the murder that Officer Whitaker talked about.